Picture the first jolt of your alarm before dawn. The room is cloaked in darkness, and your bed is a warm haven you're reluctant to leave. Yet, in that fleeting moment of hesitation, you hold the key to transforming your life. While everyone else is nestled in slumber, you have an extraordinary opportunity to rise, not just in the comfort of your blankets, but into the greater vision you've always wanted for yourself. This is the essence of the 5 a.m. mindset, a call to recognize the brilliance of your own potential and to seize the day before it seizes you. Many people believe that this mindset is just about getting out of bed earlier. On the surface, that's partially correct. It does involve an earlier start, but it runs deeper than a change in schedule. It's a declaration that you're willing to step into a realm of deliberate intention, where you decide how your day unfolds long before the usual demands of work, family, and routine begin. The 5 a.m. mindset becomes a profound commitment to move past mere wishes or fuzzy goals. It's a promise to yourself that your aspirations matter enough to trade a little bit of nightly comfort for exponential growth and clarity in the hours before sunrise. Think of all the days you've woken up to a world already buzzing with notifications, responsibilities, and obligations that swallow your time almost instantly. Instead of letting your day rush over you like a tidal wave, the 5 a.m. mindset is an invitation to stand calmly in the still waters of early morning. You prioritize the tasks that propel you forward, make space for important self-reflection, and decide exactly how you want your hours to look. This is a time for learning, reading, meditating, or exercising, activities that strengthen not just your body, but also your mental fortitude. By the time everyone else is scrambled awake, you've built a head start, generating a sense of accomplishment that fuels you through whatever comes next. In choosing to conquer dawn, you're already one step closer to conquering your goals. Embracing a 5 a.m. routine often means confronting your own resistance. Your mind will offer you endless reasons to stay curled up under the covers. Maybe you're exhausted from yesterday's challenges, or perhaps you're convinced you've earned those extra minutes of rest. But the real power of the 5 a.m. mindset shines through when you decide that progress is more meaningful than momentary comfort. By making this choice repeatedly, you are actively reshaping your identity. You're no longer someone who surrenders to inertia or excuses. Instead, you become the person who will do what most others won't. That transformation, however subtle, sets off a ripple effect that touches all parts of your day. Think back to the countless times you felt like time was slipping away, or that you could never get a solid grip on your priorities. The truth is, if nothing changes, nothing will ever truly change. Waiting for a magical alignment or for some outside force to unlock your motivation is a losing game. The 5 a.m. mindset flips the narrative by showing you that you hold the power to set life's tempo. You become a proactive creator of your day rather than a passive participant. In those early, undisturbed hours, there's nobody else's agenda to follow, no urgent text messages, and no traffic jams. Only open mental space to cultivate self-discipline and clarity. It's in that solace where genuine growth thrives. You can visualize your goals, break them down into actionable steps, and begin working on them while everyone else remains in silent rest. This doesn't just elevate you physically. Though exercise is an excellent tool for harnessing the morning's momentum, it also fine-tunes your mental outlook. You train your willpower like a muscle, reinforcing the belief that you're capable of doing hard things. Over time, the voice that once whispered, "Stay in bed," grows quieter, replaced by a new one, "I can and I will." With every early wake-up, you're reclaiming parts of your life you once lost to aimlessness or indecision. Rather than chasing after the day, you're commanding it from the moment you open your eyes. Of course, no journey towards adopting an early morning routine is free of obstacles. The first moment of getting up at 5 can feel like an internal tug of war. Your body might groan from fatigue, and your mind might tug you back beneath the covers. This discomfort is natural. It reflects the fact that you're stretching beyond your familiar limits. But it's in these precise moments of friction that the seeds of transformation are sown. Stepping away from comfort zones is rarely effortless, yet that's exactly where genuine progress resides. When the alarm rings and you're torn between rising and hitting snooze, consider what's truly at stake. Not just a few extra minutes of rest, but the opportunity to honor your ambitions. In pressing snooze, you inadvertently delay the life changes you seek, sending yourself a message that your goals can pause for another day. On the other hand, mustering the will to put both feet on the floor broadcasts a powerful statement. My dreams matter more than a fleeting desire to stay comfortable. This small yet pivotal choice becomes an anchor for the day ahead, reinforcing that you stand by your commitments, even when they're tough. Keep in mind, real discipline is never formed overnight. It's developed through repetition, trial, and consistent follow-through. In the beginning, your body will resist a new schedule. Your mind will propose a dozen rationalizations, and you may wonder if it's all really worth it. But just as muscles grow stronger with each gym session, your mental resilience blooms with each early morning you endure. Over time, tasks that once felt impossible transition into instinctive habits. You start to look forward to the morning hush, excited by the possibilities in that uninterrupted space. This proactive attitude trickles into the rest of your day. You'll discover that decisions become more deliberate. Your mind is sharpened by the early energy, and you carry a sense of self-reliance that others notice. You're effectively proving to yourself that you can take on new responsibilities, handle unforeseen problems, and maintain composure in the face of daily chaos. The 5 a.m. mindset, ultimately, is less about the clock and more about shaping the unwavering conviction that you are strong enough to accomplish what you set out to do. Once you begin waking up in the stillness of dawn, you quickly realize it's not a single, grand gesture that changes your life. Instead, it's a sum of countless small acts done consistently over time. We've all experienced a desire for immediate breakthroughs, craving the magic bullet or instant solution that catapults us into success. Yet, true accomplishment seldom arrives in a fiery burst of glory. More often, it emerges through the slow and steady commitment to daily improvement. Each 5 a.m. start is like a tiny seed planted. You might not see obvious results in a day or a week, but gradually, something remarkable takes root. In those early minutes of quiet, you gain uninterrupted space to devote yourself to whatever nurtures growth. Reading a few pages of an insightful book, mapping out your business plan, or immersing yourself in a calming mindfulness routine. Even if you only spend 15 minutes refining a project or brainstorming goals, you're making more progress than you might think. These incremental gains accumulate, building a reservoir of achievement that feeds your self-confidence and propels you to keep going. Over a span of weeks or months, those small victories create a massive shift in your capabilities and outlook. Moreover, the 5 a.m. mindset is a powerful catalyst for self-discovery. When you consciously choose to interrupt your comfortable sleep, you open a window into your deeper motivations. Are you driven by the prospect of personal excellence, or is there a bigger purpose you want to serve? Do you aspire to set an example for your family, or perhaps you're fueled by an inner hunger to be more than who you were yesterday? Reflecting on these questions early in the morning can be incredibly enlightening. Without the typical distractions of the day, you'll find new perspectives and solutions that might never occur amidst the noise of everyday life. Ultimately, it's a steady layering of these moments, these brief snapshots of focused self-improvement, that build the life you dream about. Instead of hoping your days will magically straighten themselves out, you seize control from the minute you rise, crafting the future one consistent step at a time. Consistency, above all else, is a true engine behind the 5 a.m. mindset. It's easy to have one victorious morning. Anyone can pull themselves out of bed early if they muster enough motivation the night before. The real challenge, and therefore the real reward, comes from sustaining that effort day after day, even when your surroundings or your energy levels aren't optimal. Think of consistency as a steady current that wears down resistance. The first few days or weeks might feel almost agonizingly difficult, but as the routine solidifies, you'll notice that the initial discomfort lessens. Your mind starts to anticipate the alarm rather than dread it. This steady commitment pays dividends in ways that extend beyond the early hours. By proving to yourself that you can maintain a disciplined routine, you also train your brain to finish what you start. That same follow-through resonates in everything else you do, from meeting deadlines at work to staying loyal to your fitness plan or personal projects. Consistency multiplies your efforts because it's the foundation for building momentum. Once momentum kicks in, it becomes your driving force, making tasks feel more natural and less forced. Additionally, Consistency helps you better track your progress and growth. When you rise early every morning, you have a clear marker of your successes and challenges. You can reflect on what activities best utilize your early hours, which habits energize you, and which thought patterns hold you back. As days and weeks roll into months, these observations turn into insights, enabling you to refine your approach. With each cycle, you're streamlining a process that nurtures your personal evolution. This unwavering consistency also fosters trust in yourself. You gain a sense of reliability, knowing that no matter the external chaos, you have a stable personal routine that anchors you. That sense of trust is invaluable when facing setbacks, unexpected hurdles, or moments of self-doubt. At the very least, you have your morning system to fall back on. It's a sanctuary of stillness and discipline that nobody can take from you, a sacred commitment you've made to your own growth. Many people seek motivation as though it's the missing ingredient to a fulfilling life, but motivation is notoriously flighty. One day, you wake up brimming with enthusiasm. The next, that spark is nowhere to be found. Relying solely on motivation is like trying to sail a boat with unreliable wind. It might carry you forward at times, but there will inevitably be days when the breeze disappears entirely. This is why the 5 a.m. mindset is built on something sturdier, an unshakable sense of identity and purpose. When you decide you're the type of individual who rises early, works diligently, and refuses to surrender, your actions align with that self-image. Instead of waiting for an external burst of inspiration to strike, you operate from the understanding that discipline and consistency forge their own energy. Waking up at 5 a.m. demands sacrifice, less late-night entertainment, more intentional planning of your evenings, and a fierce commitment to your personal objectives. But this sacrifice is what separates short-lived efforts from lasting transformations. A mindset rooted in identity endures, even when you don't feel like it. By saying, "This is who I am," you remove the debate altogether. You won't waste mental bandwidth questioning whether you should get up or whether you'll have enough energy, because you've already decided. And here's another secret. Action frequently precedes motivation. The simple act of rolling out of bed and engaging in your morning routine generates a certain momentum that can spark that elusive feeling you thought you needed first. Over time, you'll find that days you begin with consistent effort often produce an internal drive that wouldn't have shown up if you'd stayed under the sheets. This phenomenon underscores the difference between seeking motivation and building a mindset. The first wavers, easily influenced by mood and circumstance, while the second endures because it's anchored to your core values. Ultimately, when you align your actions with the identity of someone who seizes the morning, you create your own motivation. It's not a gust of wind you hope will come along. It's the engine you constructed within, fueled by your commitment to growth and the unbreakable promise you've made to yourself. Now is the moment to answer your wake-up call. If you've been wavering, telling yourself, maybe tomorrow, consider how easily tomorrow can become a week, a month, or a year. The clock keeps ticking whether we make that decisive change or not. The 5 a.m. mindset is your way of standing up and proclaiming that you're done letting life unfold haphazardly. You're ready to step into the driver's seat, guiding each morning toward your highest priorities. This shift might initially demand fierce determination, especially if you're accustomed to waking only when you absolutely must. But remember that the battle won is not over your blanket, but over your future. By embracing the early hours, you grant yourself something priceless: genuine ownership of your own time. Before the daily whirlwind begins, you can lean into silence, reflect on your progress, and pursue the personal goals you've always pushed aside. No more repeated regrets of, "I didn't have time," or "I got too busy." With a 5 a.m. head start, you become the author of your own success story. You control what you do with that extra hour or two, and these purposeful minutes will shape who you become. You might feel a twinge of fear. Fear what you'll miss if you go to bed earlier, or fear that the new routine won't stick. Let that fear fuel your determination. The mere act of rising before the sun demonstrates courage and resolve, showing that you won't be held back by your doubts or the comfort of the status quo. Overcoming this challenge becomes a statement to yourself and the world that you're done settling for mediocrity. Each early morning stands as an affirmation that your ambitions are worth the extra effort and occasional discomfort. So, When you hear that alarm, don't negotiate with yourself. Choose to rise. Choose to believe that your dreams deserve the best hours of your day. Repeat it day after day until it becomes as natural as breathing. There is no perfect time. There's only right now. The moment you decide to stand up, claim your aspirations, and create the life you've always envisioned. This is your chance. Will you take it?